I get a few questions on what to look for in a forge. Usually it's fire and a wind supply, but this is the one that we made, well, my main forge at home anyway. It's on a table. It's all made from scrap iron out of bins and whatnot. The pot's about 3.5 inches deep, probably 8 or 9 inches square. I forge with a bit of charcoal, so I don't want it too deep, like dedicated for a coke forge. If I need it deeper, you can cut off a car rim or something like that and give yourself a deeper, bigger fire. Grinder, welder, done. Air gates. Unless you're using a hand blower, I find air gate is essential for wind control. It saves having to use an electronic device or speed controller on a motor. And I just use car fans. $100 power supply from Jaycar, or you can use a car battery and a battery charger. This fan draws about 2.7 amps. The one over there draws probably, I don't know, 5 or 8 amps. They vary, so I just get the 20 amp power supply or a big battery. You get plenty of room to leave a mess on your table. That's the one drawback, I suppose, of having enough table, but when you need to throw a leg vise in there or something heavy and large, you can. This one was out of square pipe, sort of rounds a bit better. Things don't jam up so much, but I just sort of feed in a tube from the underneath. You can put a skirt around the edge if you're wanting to save a fair bit of coke drop off. I know in the backyard environment I don't worry about it. Anything bigger than 5 or 10 mil, if you feel it, you kick it back under the table. It's just a habit you develop. Otherwise it burns through and you can end up sticking piercings in your feet. Not much to a forge. And the air supply, control of the air supply, and then the T-air, which is just T-piece for the air to go in. The pots I'd make, now these were fabricated, so yeah, 1/2 inch, 10 mil minimum. You know, I've seen them done out of lighter and thinner material, but you get other people on the forge and they crank it up, end up with a pile of sludge on the ground. That's the way I went with the grate. I normally just weld up a H out of 10 mil and stick it in there. Too many people digging it up. End up burning it and destroying it, so I went below the level. There's plenty of good designs on the net, you know, for a machined or a welded in type effect that you can't rip up, but I like it to be able to take it out and clean it. The arm, that's just you can weld something to it, but I like this one, so it's just a spike in the ground with a coil for a rest. So you got a bit of adjustability and you can come out for longer items. On the other one they've welded it to the side of the thing, so it's side of the forge, so it comes down below the level of the forge, so it's not in your way if you don't need it. That's about it. Height, just hand rest height, whatever, you know, not too much of a lifting effort. So if it's you know, about belly button or below, to me that's a suitable sort of a height. The top was just out of 6 mil plate, and it just sits on there. It doesn't, I haven't bolted it or anything. Every now and again you need to give it a kick around to put it back into where it should be. And normally, the ones I make now, normally that blower's underneath. This was a modification. That the only thing left from the original forge is the brown pipe there with the blower hanging off the end of it. But yeah, works well for what I need. I think the other one's a bit taller. You can hang trays off the side of them. I think some of the older cast ones, had, you know, water dishes on them, and, you know, quench tubs and tool racks or coke tubs cast into the side or welded on the side, so you didn't have to go too far for anything. But yeah, fabricated forge, too easy. Just keep a few things in mind. But yeah, some pipe, plate, or you can use a brake drum, or, you know, disc brake drum or whatever, and still sit in a table. Alright, hope that was of help to somebody. Thanks for watching. Bye.